have another easy, simple side dish for you to learn how to make. It's called scalloped potatoes au gratin, because I add to the scalloped potatoes some cheese. The first thing I want to do is prepare my pan, just a regular cake pan, and I'm using one of my little cubes of butter that I use later in the recipe, and I am greasing the pan. That's our first step. All right, next step is I scrub potatoes using just a scrubby sponge. These are nice, firm, clean potatoes, and I'm going to keep the skins on. I like potatoes with the skins on because you actually get more nutrients in the skin of the potato than you do in the potato. Plus, I like the taste and the texture that it puts into what I'm baking. And one more thing to do with them is to remove the eyes. These are also called starts, the little divots that you find in a potato. You can use a knife, you can use your fingernails and get those out of there. All right, I'm going to slice this, and I like getting bigger, the biggest potato I can find in the bag of potatoes. And I'm going to slice it relatively thin. Go all the way. I have 5 potatoes here. I think that should be about right for that size pan. What I like to do is match the number of potatoes to the number of guests that I have eating. All right, so I'm going to start you and show you what I do. I slice enough potatoes to make one layer. I'm going to layer them in this pan like this. Cover the whole bottom of the pan. Now, don't be too crowded. It won't cook if you have too much piled up on top of itself. Now I'm going to layer on top of this layer of potatoes some butter. I have to say it's always butter that I cook with, not margarine. It makes a difference. My mother taught me this recipe. I guess I did adapt it a little bit with adding the cheese to it. I think my mom would have liked cheese added to it. Now, this is something to always have on hand in your pantry. Doesn't have to be Lipton, can be an off-brand, but onion soup mix. It comes in very handy with a lot of my simple recipes. Shake it a little bit to really get the heavier things go to the bottom here. Sprinkle the Lipton in the soup mix and sprinkle some cheese. I've got a little bit of a cheese blend. I believe it's Jack and cheddar. You can use one or the other of those kind of cheeses, whatever you like. In this dish, I don't really want the cheese to overpower the recipe. So I have 2 cups of cheese for this recipe, a cup for each layer. I have 1 cup of milk, so half a cup for each layer. All right, that's your first layer. I have enough potatoes to do a second layer, and repeat the process of what I put on top. I'm going to do a second layer of potatoes, butter, another packet of onion soup mix, cheese, and milk. We're finished. I put my second layer. Now we're going to put this in the oven. Now once it's baked for 30 minutes at 350 degrees, we're going to have a look at it. I want you to see what it looks like when it's ready. It should be brown and bubbling. All right. Put it in the middle of your oven. Make sure it gets even heat. Okay, we are finished. Ready to take it out of the oven. We have an actual taste tester here. Well, a whole table full of people ready to try it out. So I'm going to try it on you, Ken, first. How about it?
It's good.
Just good? Scalloped potatoes, Melinda style. I really wanted my husband to also judge it, so what do you think?
Let's give it a try. If you're going to have potatoes, this is the way you should have it. It's got that taste of onion, obviously the cheesy taste. This is really good. This could be its entire whole meal without anything else. Excellent.
That's why I've stayed married to him for 45 years.
That's really good.